You're welcome back. Time for business now, and Emmanuel Abuaji joins me in the studio now. Hello, good to see you.
Hello, Alba. Good to see you too.
I know that you'll be delving into the issue of Galamsey and mining,
of course,
because it's
trending the whole week.
It's been trending the whole week, and I love the support that a lot of Ghanaians are lending to this initiative for us to end this menace, because it's terrible.
Quite interesting. Financial experts are also contributing to the menace, and they are saying that the Bank of Ghana must devalue the Ghana cedi as a way of helping to address the Galamsey situation.
Wow, that's interesting.
Exactly.
Tell us about that.
All right, thank you very much, and thanks for joining me on business. Licensed artisanal miners duly operating by the law would not be affected by the ban on small-scale mining, at least for now, except those abusing their licenses. That's the assurance coming from the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, John Peter Amewu. He has been speaking to Joy Business in the wake of the fight against illegal mining, popularly called Galamsey.
Some stakeholders are calling for the ban to be extended to even licensed operators in the fight against illegal mining. This, according to them, is because they also engage in illegal mining and also hire out their equipment to illegal miners. The Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Peter Amewu, admits it is challenging distinguishing between law-abiding small-scale miners from unscrupulous ones.
It is also clear that over thousands or so of these small-scale licenses have not probably gone through the process. The law says that they need ratification. It should have gone through Parliament. And so invariably what it means is that those 1,000+ small-scale, that are up there on the ground working are doing it illegally. Now, the difficulty therefore is that some of those small-scale that have got the license through prospecting, mining license and an authorization therefore to mine, you get to their concessions and they are behaving just like those who have not got the license. So the difficulty therefore is how do you differentiate. That is why I've said that both official and non-official, since I assumed office, I have never given any consent to any mining lease in terms of the small scale. The attempt was just to sanitize the system.
But beyond the moratorium, they think that even small-scale miners, we should halt their operations to sanitize the system for a period of time before it's even.
Of course, that is a brilliant discussion, and I think that we need to engage, with ourselves. But we are going down there to the ground very soon. We are going to the fields, very soon. We are picking informations, and at the field, certain decisions will be taken when we get to those concession grounds.
So could the sector minister be under pressure against this backdrop?
No, I think that we work under a president that doesn't sleep, a president that works, let me say, 24 hours. And so if somebody should be more under pressure, I think my boss, because when I wake up and I think that 3 a.m., I said, no, the president may be up already. It gives me some form of urgency to work because we are working to deliver in accordance with the goodwill of this current president. Yes. So I'm not totally under pressure, but we are working diligently to make sure that we meet our target goals.
Stakeholder groups like the Wasa Association of Communities
And we interrupt the business bulletin to bring you the breaking news. We do understand that the Speaker of Parliament is delivering his a ruling on the bribery report, the Parliamentary bribery report. Let's cross over to Parliament and hear what's going on.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me another opportunity.
Honorable Yoga, I'll ask you to read your own letter dated 3rd April 2017. If you have not got a copy, I'll let the table office give same to you to read out.
Mr. Speaker, I recall that there were a series of communications, and so I am not clear which letter.
Honorable, that is why I'm about to give it to you. Order.
I don't know which one is talking about.
So we're bringing you live proceedings from camera. We do understand that the Speaker has given his directive on the report of the Joe Carter Committee on the bribery scandal. Let's go back and listen in on the proceedings.
There's a difference between what I said and what is written. So it says, apology pursuant to the recommendations of the Special Ad Hoc Committee of Parliament. And it says, pursuant to paragraph 141 of the report of the Special Committee to investigate the bribery allegation and the decision of this Honourable House adopting the report, I hereby render an unqualified apology to this Honourable House of Parliament. Thank you. That's what it says.
Honourable members, I will now make a few important observations and finally conclude the matter as I deem fit. The dignity, discipline, and decorum of Parliament are fundamental to serious parliamentary governance. They are indeed the 3 Ds of parliamentary practice. Those who flout the 3 Ds undermine the good governance we seek in this nation. If Parliament wants representative governance and to uphold human rights, which some sought to deny Ghanaians at some stage, and which others fought for, then the 3 Ds must be upheld. In Ghana, in the famous case of J.H. Mensah versus Attorney General, the unique strength of Parliament was duly recognized, proclaiming Parliament as its own master of its rules, procedures, and processes. Throughout the civilized world, and we have shining examples from UK, USA, India, etc., the dignity of the People's Representative House has been upheld together with its regulatory and enforcement powers. Parliament can exact punishment, which may include warning, suspension, and expulsion. Our standing orders are clear on this. In 2005, the Lok Sabha in India expelled 11 members in one day for receiving cash for the purposes of asking questions in Parliament for some people. The Supreme Court of India affirmed the decision of Parliament. It said unequivocally that no court can review the decision of Parliament in its powers to deal with matters of contempt affecting Parliament. See Kiran Jain versus Shanjiva. It is a quintessential feature of the time-old doctrine of separation of powers. Various parliaments have taking such steps to gain their dignity. We will get there very soon if Ghana's parliament should gain respect. There have been perceptions and allegations of bribery in the past. This is why this particular case was taken up seriously and with public sittings. Everyone should ensure that he or she is not caught in any future scandal. Otherwise, the full rigor of the law will apply. The essence of it all is self-regulation of Parliament. The 1992 Constitution of Ghana, having given extensive privileges to MPs in Article 115 to 121, recognized the good old dictum, that is, to whom much is given, much is expected from. Article 115 says, there shall be freedom of speech, debate, and proceedings of Parliament, and that freedom shall not be impeached or questioned in any court or place out of Parliament. The emphasis here is out of Parliament. Your freedoms cannot be impugned nor questioned anywhere, not in any court. But that doesn't mean we can do unbridled things. Our self-regulation means we must handle indiscipline or unlawful behavior right in this Parliament. In the case on hand, the first Deputy Speaker should be constrained in going to court for whatever another honorable member said in the course of our business year. So, is he without remedy? The answer is no, he is not. He cannot go to court, actually. In fact, the permission he sought cannot be granted. But he can come to the Court of Parliament, indeed. Parliament has the full right and duty to investigate the matter, to punish whosoever should be punished in such a case, but within Parliament. Furthermore, Article 122, in providing on contempt of Parliament, refers to, and I quote, an act or omission which obstructs or impedes Parliament in the performance of its functions, or which obstructs or impedes a member or officer of Parliament in the discharge of his or her duties, or affronts the dignity of Parliament, or which tends either directly or indirectly to produce that result, is contempt of Parliament. The provision is very wide and all-encompassing. If anyone, MP or non-MP, takes a bribe involving MPs, it will impede our work. If someone falsely accuses a member in that connection, it will impede our work. Anything whatsoever, direct or indirect, which is opprobrious to a member, committee, or the House, and will render this honorable House to ridicule, disaffection, disrespect, or contempt in the eyes or minds of right-thinking members of this nation, should be dealt with and punished. By whom? By Parliament. So says the Constitution, so says our law. Subpart 2 of our standing orders, headed Contempt of Parliament or Breach of Privileges, captures this as well. Any act or omission which affronts the dignity of Parliament, or which tends either directly or indirectly to bring the name of Parliament into dispute, is contempt. It is worthy of note that a code of conduct for members of Parliament is in the offing, and it should be completed with speed so as to put the conduct expected of honorable members beyond any doubt whatsoever. In all the circumstances of this case, I have come to the conclusion that the Honorable Ayariga should be shown the quality of mercy on this occasion. May he go and sin no more. He is warned never to peddle such expensive rumors anymore in his affairs in this House. I must extend a warning to some 4 or 5 honorable members who deem it proper to make untoward noise, apparently in support of Honorable Ayariga, regarding the conduct for which the Honorable Ayariga has now apologized. Honorable Ayariga, if this should be repeated in the future, after today's ruling, you will have yourself to blame. I trust the Honorable First Deputy Speaker, the Honorable Muntaka, and the entire House will forgive and put this matter to rest. Thank you, Honorable Members.
So you had the Speaker, Professor Michael Quay there, delivering his ruling on the report the Joe Gatti Committee submitted to the House after the investigation into the bribery scandal, parliamentary bribery scandal. Essentially, he has decided that the Honourable Mahama Ayariga Boku Central MP should be, as it were, forgiven for his sins. His words are that he should go and sin no more, and that if he repeats this act in the future, he only has himself to blame. But what he did point out, and I think that is quite important, is that the dignity of the House must be upheld, and that in other cases, and in fact he cited the case of India, the Indian Parliament, which expelled some of its members for bringing the House's name into disrepute. We'll have more of this in our subsequent bulletins, but let's go back to business. Emmanuel Aboajiriafe is still here with us.
And moving on business, the Chief Executive of Dalex Finance, Ken Thompson, has waded into the much talked about Galamsey controversy and is prevailing on the Bank of Ghana to allow the local currency to depreciate as part of measures to help address the menace. According to him, the phenomenon where most farmers, including cocoa growers, are selling off their farmlands to illegal miners could be halted if the local currency depreciates, thereby indirectly adding a lot more value to their produce. An appreciation of the local currency, Mr. Thompson believes, only serves the interest of importers and their associate foreign companies.
The cocoa farmers, I don't blame them. I mean, they are profit-making farms. If somebody comes and offers them 10 cedis and another person offers them 2 cedis, they'll take 2 cedis. But the bottom line is, unless we allow our currency to reach its true value, all our attempts to create non-traditional exports, to be able to generate a certain revenue, to correct the issues we have with our economy will fail.
Help me understand that dynamic.
Well, it's very simple. You see, we have a situation where we import everything and we export very little. So, of course, there's demand for dollars because that's the international trading currency, and there's very little demand for cedis. So your currency will continue to depreciate. What we do is that when our currency is depreciating, we take our savings to support it. One day, those savings will run out. Recently, the cedi has been appreciating. It's a bad sign, and somebody should have stopped it. Because all that's happening is that when the government has gone onto the market to raise bonds, the dollars have come to the system, so that's been used to support the cedi. But how long will that last for? You know, let's face the realities and deal with them. And unless we face the realities, this country will never change.
So there shouldn't be any pomp and pageantry about the appreciation of a cedi.
It makes me sad. It made me very sad because remember that every time you buy an imported product, especially food, let's use food, you buy orange juice, you buy imported yogurt, you are taking the jobs outside this country. And
President Akufo-Addo is expected to launch the National Program for Planting for Food and Jobs agenda on the 19th of this month in the Bonahafo region. This is to officially kickstart the much-touted program by government, which was first highlighted in the President's State of the Nation's address. Minister of Food and Agriculture, Dr. Owusu-Efik Yakoto, made the revelation in Accra during an interaction between him and the agribusiness subsector of the Association of Ghana Industries.
The interaction between the minister and the AGI executives afforded the Business Association agribusiness subsector an opportunity to make inputs into the agenda. Minister of Food and Agriculture Dr. Owusu Akoto made the disclosure when addressing members of the agribusiness subsector of the Association of Ghana Industries in Accra when they paid a courtesy call on him. According to him, government will engage more farmers in planting 5 categories of crops in all the 216 districts in the country after the launch. He therefore assured members of the AGI that the government is putting in measures to involve the private sector to ensure the success of the program.
We are doing all this to raise productivity on our farms because one of the characteristics of Ghanaian agriculture is the low productivity. And I've heard someone talk about 10% capacity, the juice producers. It's 10% capacity because the farmers are not being supported to produce, to feed to you. So then this country is standing still. If individual investors, I mean, ladies like you have put so much investment in machinery and so on, waiting for delivery of inputs, and the inputs don't come, this country would never progress. We managed to mobilize the whole country behind this program, this campaign that we are launching. And on the 19th of this month, the president himself is going to launch the national program in Goso in Brown region. So you are going to hear more about planting for food and jobs. And I'm determined as the minister, the sector minister, come hell or rain, this program must succeed, and it will succeed.
William Ajay-Menu is the chairman of the cassava value chain.
We need to avert their minds. We need to let them know and deepen the advocacy to let them know that, hey, we can do this to save the currency. We can do this one to promote import substitution. We can use this one to export the local processed product. In the United States alone, just 2014, we exported about $5 million worth of Gary alone, just Gary alone. So trust me, if we concentrate even on Gary, Ghana can make a lot of money out of it. The economy of Ghana requires about 200,000 metric tons of starch alone. In fact, the cumulative of this runs to about $2 billion. And we are saying that we can use cassava, which is the best alternative substitute crop for some of these imports.
The minister further assured the members of the AGI of its maximum support in developing the private sector.
That's all in business for tonight. Many thanks for watching. For more business news, log on to myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Emmanuel Abuaji. We have figures more ahead. Don't go away.